Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today we're going to be looking at different styles of hijab. I'm not going to discuss the right or wrong way to wear hijab because there's many different schools of thought and opinions on that, and I have my opinions just as you have yours, so we're not going to discuss that. But if you'd like a kind of funny look at That's Not Hijab, go ahead and visit the link that I'll put over there for you, and go ahead and you'll enjoy that. So first we're going to take a look at the different types of pins for hijab, and I have here just two different ones that I have right now, or I have a couple, but this is one type, and these are they're like it's like a brooch type pin. Okay, you can see it has this little pin and then clasp here, and as you can see, there are many different styles and colors to choose from, so you can look around and find some that you like. And then we have these, which are marketed as, when I bought them, I found them as hijab pins, and let's take a look at those. These are actually little roses, and it's just your basic straight pin. Okay, and then there's also these, and this is I found a very good way to do it. It's cheap. You can play around with it. You can, find colors that you like very easily. And I got these actually at a dollar store on a wheel of like 24, and they're just your standard sewing straight pin. Okay, and since they're made to go into fabric and not ruin it, you're not going to have a problem with them ruining your hijab. Now that we've looked at the different kinds of pins there are, let's go ahead and look at the different styles of hijab. Now first, I'm wearing a two-piece right now. With the styles that I'm going to go over today, I normally wouldn't wear this part, okay? But I would wear the tube cap because it helps from the scarf sliding all over the place and having to sit there the whole day adjusting. The first one we're going to work with is very, very easy. It's a square scarf, the perfect square, and fold it in corner to corner to make a triangle. And then you're going to go ahead and get this about as center as you can. And when you have something that has a very geometrical design on it like this, that makes it pretty easy. Okay. I'm going to bring this here and then go one over the other, so that it's very clean. Now, some sisters will take and tuck this before they pin it, and just as I said, when you're wearing a hijab with some of these styles, there isn't a right or wrong way to do it. There's no right or wrong way to tuck this one. You can leave it untucked, as I have, okay, and just go ahead and pin there. Now, as you can see, I don't have this tucked, okay. And there we go. Now, you'll have this cute little part up here. Now, if you decide you want to tuck it, just, wherever's comfortable for you, pull that back and tuck it a little bit, and it pulls it off of the face a little bit. Okay, another style, and still working with the square one. Okay, I'm going to take and off-center it a little bit, and come and still pin one over the other, and it doesn't matter which way. Now you want your longer side over the shorter side, however. I always go left to right, left over right, I'm sorry, left over right, and ouch, careful when you're pinning. Now here I've used one of the pins, and this one happens to be pink, and of course I'm not wearing pink, so but you'll see that doesn't make a difference when you're using it on the neck. Now you're going to pull this straight up and back, and go ahead and take, as you have it back here, now I always pin at the middle of my head, so that's where I'm stopping, and take and make sure that you have all of that nice and straight and neat, because it's going to make a difference once everything is done as to how it looks. Now since this one is blue, I'm going to use a straight one so that you can see how we do that. And I'm going to lean in a little bit so you can see. Now, take your finger and locate where the edge of this scarf is on the top, and mark it with your finger, because you're going to come right at the edge of it with your finger, and you're going to put the pin in and go under and up a little bit and then back down so it's under. I mean, you're only going to have a little piece of that silver showing. Okay, now you're going to want to go opposite the tail. Okay, see, my tail is here and I have the pin here coming this way, so it's opposite. And the reason why you want to go ahead and do it that way is, see, if anybody pulls on you here, that's not coming out. Okay, nobody should pull on you, but children have a tendency. Now you're going to have, let's come down here so you can see, you're going to have this little piece here, okay, and what you can do with it is, I usually tuck, and sometimes I'll pin it, or sometimes it depends upon the shirt that I'm wearing, okay, but you can tuck it in. You can take and you can pin it to either like up here on your shirt or to this piece of the scarf, however you want to just go ahead and kind of clean it up a little bit. Okay, and so there you have, those are two styles with the square scarf. The next style we're going to be using is the rectangle scarf. Many of you are very familiar with this one. It's pretty common. This one, I believe, is probably about 36 inches. Now, as you can see, it's pretty sheer, so this is what we're going to do. And this is because of my belief of hijab. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it, but not quite in half, okay? Maybe about a third. A little more than a quarter, and you'll see why. This works pretty well, I find. Still working with the tube cap, but not this. Okay, and then you're gonna want the fold away from you. Okay, the folded end away from you. Twist your arm around like that. Okay, and of course we are off center here. All right. Come back on the head a little bit. Let's see. I'm not working with a mirror here, working with the camera, a little difficult. Okay, so we're going to pin. Again, the same way we did with the triangle, the square triangle. Okay. We're going to pin here. Again, your longer side over the shorter. Some pins are easier to deal with than others. Okay. Now, if you hear noise on the volume, I'm really sorry about that. I'm not quite sure why it's doing that. When I listen to it, there's a little clicking sound. So, okay. And then you're gonna, again, we're gonna go the same way we did with the triangle. Okay, and bring around and straighten this out. Okay. Now with this, we're going to, again, like we did with the triangle, come a little further on the back of the head. And here, because this one is longer, okay, come around a little more. Okay. And I'm right above my ear is where I'm at right here. Okay. Now, before we pin, you want to go ahead and make sure that everything's straight, because however you pin it is how it, however it looks prior to pinning is how it's going to look after it's pinned, and it's easier to fix it before it's pinned. Okay, so here we go. And then here you can either use the straight pins or you can use the clasp, either way. And we'll go ahead and just use a straight pin since that's what I have in my hand. Okay, and here we're going to, again, find where the edge is with your finger. Come up away from the tail. Okay, this one does not want to cooperate, so we're just going to use a clasp one right here for time's sake. Okay, here we are. Get a hold of it. And pin. And with this one, it's kind of cute because it's going to go long ways on us. Okay. again, folded, tucked or untucked is your preference. We're going to go ahead and tuck, just to go ahead and make it look nice and neat. Okay, and then here, throw this one, go ahead and throw that towards the back. And you can come off the shoulder here. And there you go. And we have run out of time for today. So I hope these styles help, and I hope you have fun just playing around with them. Assalamu alaikum.